I'm Phil with Alpha Bowhunting, and this is our new show, To the Point.
Oh, not yet. All right, welcome back. Phil Mendoza here. We got Justice the Juice with us sitting in on this episode, Bo and Braden. And this episode's all going to be about 2019 Alpha Bowhunting Challenge. So there's a ton of moving parts here, but I want to start with the things that are known, and I want to go ahead and go through some of the format so you guys can understand what to expect at every event, and as registrations open, that way you can have a better understanding as to what you're going to see at the different events. So first things first, the full format event. So we've got 3 main qualifiers and the finals, true to our format like we've been doing at all the events since 2016, right? Yep. So those dates are going to be April 27th and 28th at No Limits Archery, May 18th and 19th at Eagle, Colorado. The venue address will be loaded probably spring. There's 2 different venues that we're looking at there. Both of them will work, but I just want to see which one's going to work better. So I won't put the address on that until we get closer to the spring, until I get a second site visit. June 1st and 2nd in Casper, Wyoming. And then our finals this year will be July 27th and 28th. Now, a couple things to go over. We were talking here before this show started, and something that we hinted to at the finals, Braden brought up, was in our conversation here, was a team event. So we're going to be doing some videos showing you what the team event is, again, as weather gets a little bit nicer outside. The team event's not going to be something you can just register for as a standalone. The team event's going to be something, I don't want to call it a novelty, but you need to do the event in its format like normal. And then if you can register with the partner to do the team event, which is going to be essentially Saturday afternoon. So there are going to be more details on that, I guess, moving forward. But full format is a 2-day qualifying round. Day 1 is going to be very similar to what we did at the finals this year. And Justice and Bo shot that, and Braden helped me hold the reins on that one this year. But what do you guys think of adding the head-to-head rounds into the qualification of the bracketing?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, like, it got you started off on the right foot first thing in the morning. Like, you knew sort of what you were going to be going up against, and sort of got everybody worked up, excited for later in the day.
Maybe get some of the bugs out early.
Yeah, yeah. Gives you a chance to get used to what you're going to be doing.
Yeah. I like it just for the aspect. That's kind of what we're built off of, right? That straight head-to-head rounds. That's what is appealing to a lot of people. But I think the awesome part about that was by allowing guys to shoot it to get your qualification score, it allowed you throughout the day to think of a strategy and how you work through the course, how you manage your mulligan arrow, stuff like that. Guys that never had the opportunity to run a head-to-head round, when you finally did get into the bracketing systems, and you were shooting, you had to kind of fly by the seat of your pants.
Sure.
Where you didn't, once it was said and done, you got a chance to sit back and go, dang, I should have taken my mulligan here, or I should have, moved a little bit quicker there. Maybe I need to push myself quicker. Maybe I need to slow down because my speed's too quick, my heart rate's too high to make the shot. So it helped with strategy. I really like that.
Trying to figure out who your spotter is.
Yes, spotter can be critical.
People are getting really good at this, and so a spotter is becoming a critical component to that, right?
That brings up a good point, Brady. And just to those of you who are new to the Alpha Bowhunting Challenge, and I encourage you to go back and watch one of the Facebook live feeds, either on the Alpha Bowhunting Facebook page or on YouTube. We allow a spotter for each shooter, basically for a couple reasons. But number one, we don't want a shooter running with their bow too much. We don't want you having to drop your bow on the ground and pick it up. And then we also want to make sure that everybody loads an arrow, just from a safety standpoint. Last thing we want is somebody to forget to load an arrow, dry fire a bow, and then they're done. So spotter can help, and I was watching this, I would say 2 to 4 seconds per target at five stations. I mean, that's potentially 20-ish seconds.
Yeah.
There's some matches that were decided last year by a second.
Yeah. It's getting so tight that spotter is starting to show itself as the benefits of having a good spotter.
So
Especially a guy that can count. Because he can know how many seconds you're out.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you just got to hit it in the vitals to get out. And you got it. Or
So
you have to
2-day
break it.
format, we're doing at least one round on the head-to-head course, and then we did a 10-target qualifying round. The venue and the number of participants is going to dictate a lot. So we just know that my goal is to deliver you, exceed what you've paid for an entry fee. So if you pay me $50 for an entry fee, I want you to walk away feeling like that was cheap, inexpensive for what you got on the weekend. So the 10-target the 3D round is, all marked yardage. There's usually a yardage judging station, bonus points. So it's a par plus game. Scoring goes from, again, a bonus ring, option 10, 8, negative on the outside of the vitals. Some of the par plus is basically, if you judge the station, then you're going to get bonus points for it. So it's usually a 2 to 3 point bonus that we allow on some of the targets, just depending on the difficulty. So there's strategy on top of strategy for the game.
Right.
And some people just throw it all out the window and just shoot. So you're good either way.
Anchor and cranker.
That's it. So, and then what we do is we'll allow for the team rounds in the afternoon on Saturday. Depending on how many people are in the brackets, we may actually start Saturday later in the day as well on the initial rounds of the bracket.
Yeah.
And then finish that out Sunday. And we will also be doing a live feed at the full format events again. So again, April 27th, 28th, May 18th, 19th, June 1st and 2nd, and July 27th, 28th. That's going to be our full format events that follow that format. Now we've got 5 other events on the books right now. Okay, well, and technically 4. The 5th one's going to be announced at a later date, but the first one of those modified format events is the Denver ISE show, indoor event. So it's going to be our one indoor event this year, January 10th through the 13th. We did a practice round just a couple days ago here in the shop on that format. So it's still going to be a 5-target mirror image course. The obstacles or the challenges are a little bit different, but it's still pretty similar to what you may have seen at any one of our events in the past, with a moderate weight sandbag carry, maybe a little bit of a rope drag or a sled drag type deal. So January 10th through the 13th, and then we go to the tack events. So we did a couple tack events this year and had a ton of fun. The crowd at the Total Archery Challenge, there's a ton of people there, and I'm going to tell you that we only scratched the surface this year with participants. Right? I mean, there was a lot of people that
Inaugural year, kind of us showing up and figuring out where we're going to be, where we need to be.
late announcements too.
Yep,
So
late
it was something we
announcements.
worked out late. So to be able to work out early this year, excited for that. But the first one's going to be in San Antonio, Texas, May 3rd through the 5th. Right. Second one is going to be in South Dakota, June 21st through the 23rd. Utah, July 11th through the 14th. And then there's going to be one more event announced. We're working out some details on that 4th TAC event. So the format at the TAC is going to be slightly different. Going back to the full format, usually it's $50 registration fee for your first the 3 qualifiers. You get a competitor shirt, goodie bag, and the event. The finals, we charge $70. Prizes are bigger. The event's got more things going on that weekend. And again, the competitor shirts and the bags with that. At the TAC events, what we're going to allow for is for you to pre-register for a couple rounds on the head-to-head course. So it's going to be a condensed head-to-head course, just because of size and at the locations. We're thankful for the opportunity to be there, but we have a little bit less room to work with. So what like Bo mentioned, what really kind of makes our game different is the head-to-head on the breakable targets and everything. We're going to do that, and we're going to do a small shoot-off Saturday around 5 o'clock with the top shooters. We'll disclose what divisions and what the top scores are, so it may be something that we're going to just be uploading at the end of the day via Instagram and Facebook. There will not be live feeds there. We will be doing some recording and actually bringing it back to this show, to the point shows, and doing a recap after the weekend. And there's going to be a couple other extras at the TAC events. First thing, we're going to set what's going to be just kind of like the baseline time, and anybody who can beat the baseline time and clean the course, your name's going to go in the bucket for a cash prize. So most of the prizes at the TAC events are going to be prizes from our partners, but we've got some good ones between Yeti and Kafaru, Stanislavski, Hamsky, Wilderness Athlete. There's a bunch of prizes that we're going to be able to give away at the events. The cash is going to be limited to that kind of baseline score with a clean course. So, and again, what we're going to do is once we see what we're given space-wise, we're going to set up the course. We're going to run a couple rounds and create that time, and then obviously, like I said, you clean it, your name's going to go in the bucket.
Yep.
So, something to be prepared for. Maybe you need to take a little bit more time, but if you can still finish under that time and clean it, there's going to be some good cash prizes there.
In the money, quite literally.
In the money. It's going to be a clean cash portion, right? The clean cash one. So, and then in addition to that, we've got some awesome novelties that we're going to be bringing in the format of a long shot, similar to what we've been doing with the clay pigeon. Can't announce those yet. Some ink needs to dry on some agreements still before we announce what those are. But I tell you that it's going to be exciting because true to format with what we've done is giving back to the competitors. It's going to be more of the same, and it's going to be bigger than what we've done before in the past. So those are, for the most part, the format changes, if you will. ISC is also going to be, the registration is going to be a smaller fee. You're not going to get a competitor shirt at the TAC events or the ISC, but again, you're just going to be paying for a couple rounds on the head-to-head course, okay? And we'll have T-shirts there and hats there. Here's some of the. Here's a new one that I'm sporting right here. The Juice has got a new one. If you're listening, we'll start posting some pictures on Instagram and Facebook of some of the new gear as it starts to come in. We should have some more here right about the first of the year, hopefully, on some new shirts and stuff as well. But that's kind of it in a nutshell. We're really not changing a whole bunch. I don't feel like we always have room for improvement, but I think we've done a pretty good job so far with what we've delivered.
Yep.
And we want to keep it as close to what it is. I mean, there's not a whole bunch of need for change, I guess.
Get really good at what we do, right?
That's it. So we're going to focus on that, and like I said, just want to emphasize that we're excited for 2019 and excited to see new people. Don't be intimidated. This is a game that just to come out and try.
Literally anybody.
Any
There
level
was
of
kids out
shooting.
here this year. So
100%.
much fun.
Yeah. So I mean, bring a friend.
I'm for hire as a spotter. I'm not cheap, but I know the game really well, so.
And it's valuable, like we talked about. So you guys got anything else to add? I mean, there's, Texas, kind of new venue for us.
Yeah,
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'm
It'll be
excited
fun.
for
It'll
some
be
new venues.
Yeah, definitely be fun to get out and a little bit away from the shop and check out some new areas, see some new people. Besides that, guys, remember check out our partners too, man.
That's it.
Look at their new products. They're releasing some great stuff. Super excited for that. Man.
Last year was our first year we branched out really and went to the TAC events. And the coolest thing I thought about that was we met people at the TAC events who ended up back here for our finals, and just bringing them back here to show them the original game, and it was a little bit modified because obviously space, and to show them the original game and the support that we have from you guys and our partners, and how we do that. And that was a cool
100%.
thing.
And
That's the exciting thing about
You
going
bring
to
something
these
up
places.
I forgot, Braden, too. So in the past, what we do at the finals is a little bit different from the main qualifiers, where we basically take the top 20 or so % of the men's and women in the Masters division, and we create the alpha bracket, the elite bracket. So that kind of handicaps the field, if you will, for the finals. So to qualify for the alpha bracket, if you win one of the 3 qualifier events, these are the 3 full format events. The one at No Limits Archery, April 27th, 28th, Eagle, May 18th, 19th, or Casper, June 1st and 2nd. If you win one of those events in the men's open, women's open, or men's masters division, or masters division, I should say, right?
Yeah.
Women can shoot in the masters division as well. That's just a 40 and over division. You will have an automatic berth into the alpha bracket at the finals. In addition to that, if you finish on the podium at top 4 in the same divisions, men's open, masters, women's open, you also get your entry fee paid for into the finals. Okay, the men's super masters, I believe it was 2 places, and traditional, I believe, is 2 places. So there's not as many places. It's based off participation more than anything.
Right.
Yep.
But like you guys know, if you've competed in the past, you finish. If you get a paycheck at one of the first 3 qualifiers, then your entry fee is paid for into the finals. Now, the TAC events, if you finish in the finals in the men's or women's divisions, for those, you will not get an automatic berth in the alpha bracket, unfortunately, but I will pay your entry fee into the finals. So we definitely want to encourage all those that we meet at the TAC events to come back and play with us in July 27th, 28th, because it's such a fun weekend. Just all around from start to finish, we do a lot more that weekend from what we try to deliver you. This year we had a seminar with Snyder and South Cox the night before.
Full draw film tour, then
So-
the night of.
So there's some stuff we're working out details for 2019 finals, but just know that our intention is to bring it and step it up every year. So
Bring your friends. Trad guys, trad girls, bring your friends.
Yeah.
Masters women, we need more
It's-
masters women.
It's
in
all
there.
about the
Bring your friends,
participation,
yeah.
so do not be afraid to play.
Your participation equals your prizes. So
that's it, and some of the guaranteed. I'll be posting the guaranteed payout and stuff for the 3 main qualifiers in the finals again, and some of our prize packs from some of our partners. Because like I said, they're the ones who really help drive the ship, and that's just I don't want to say we're playing Robin Hood here, but essentially we kind of are. We're taking these prizes, and like I said, I usually keep somewhere between 20 to 25% of the prize product allocation to help make these run, and then the rest of it gets given away. So I'm very transparent about that. Not afraid to tell you guys how it is, because that's just how we are
We're
around
for
here.
the people.
That's it. So I hope to see everybody at an event, and once again, registration is going to be open by the time this video goes up. So go to alphabowhunting.com, go to there'll be a link on the homepage. So just go to the link on the homepage, and then the event information page is a separate page. This video will be on there. Some of the items that you need to know what to bring will be on there. There'll be a bunch of information on there. And if you still have questions, email me, phil@nolimitsarchery.com, and I'll have Braden answer them for you.
perfect.
All right. Have a good one. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, guys.